Hey everybody, Derek from Sensory Dad, just checking in. I had you guys updated on a video a couple days ago that we were going to run testing for Luke because of the behavior issues at school. Now, you know that we incorporated the new morning and afternoon workout program with him and to try to get the sustained energy out, and that philosophy is going well. But we're waiting on these tests to come back, and we have this meeting on the 28th to see if he truly is symptomatic like Leo is with the sensory issues or anything of that kind. And see if he qualifies for services. You know, that's the big thing. You know, is it going to make it easier if the school has some services, some OT, or even a wraparound service while he's in class, just to keep him grounded with the behavior? Well, they came back and they're like, got to tell you, like Luke doesn't qualify for services. He's very bright, and it was shocking because he doesn't really participate in a lot of the academic stuff that we do. Obviously, we try, and we read with them, and we do the words, the sight words that they send home every night. And you got so many months to learn these sight words. He kills that. I mean, when he wants to try, other days he can't even, do 2 to 3 letter words. He just doesn't want to. He doesn't have that, you know, that factor, that initiative that he wants to get them done fast. He kind of just wants to spend time with you and play around. So it's hard to keep his attention span. They recommended we look into attention deficit disorder. They don't believe it's a sensory issue, but certainly I think that he's hyperactive, which we already knew that. I mean, he's pretty crazy when it comes to trying to get him to behave in a quiet space. Church this morning was a nightmare. My wife ended up having to take him outside and run wind sprints in the field. He was just that hyped up, and he started picking at the other kids and wanted to jump around, crawl under the chairs like a normal kid, but you know, maybe a little caffeined up. He seemed like. Long story short, we got through the church service and everything, and we had to do some running afterwards, and he kind of settled in after that. I think that philosophy we have of getting that energy out, that burst, and then it'll kind of mellow, and then we got to get another energy burst out. After the sprints and everything, it really did calm him down, and he did well. Going to Walmart and the other stores. So the testing. So she says, upon his initial testing, when he came in, he scored really high on his entrance exams, and he already knows over 60% of what we're going to teach all this year. He already has it. And I'm like, this kid doesn't even really participate in testing very well. I know in the past I've dealt with that. And if he even did the full test. But that's encouraging that he is on that level, and he got a good bit of it, already solidified. And then she says, "No, I got to tell you this. We did some further testing, and in math, he's in the top, the 90 something percentile of math. He's way way ahead of everybody else. And then in reading, he's way above average as well. And then his IQ came in at 114. He obviously takes after my wife. The crazy thing is when we sit Leo down, he can have laser focus if it's not for fatigue. Uh, it's insane. Whenever he speaks, it's so deliberate, and that's something we saw. With Luke, it's kind of the opposite. So you see the different ends of the spectrum there, to where if you're talking to Luke, he might be looking off in the distance, looking to the side, and it's almost like somebody with Alzheimer's. Oh yeah, yeah. You were talking about birds or nature. It's just frustrating to try to rein him in. I really think we're going to go and see if we can get him tested for the attention deficit, or just maybe hyperactivity, obviously. So the philosophy that we're doing with this exercise and that might be the best thing for it. I'm going to look up some things online and some articles and see how we can combat that, and how the hell we're going to balance the teeter totter of trying to keep Leo on pace, keep Luke on pace, and not let Callie, get lost in the wind here. Just a real balancing act that it's going to be to try to keep him. Now, like I said, 4 out of 5 days of great behavior at school once we instituted the morning exercise and the afternoon exercise has been great. We did not do that this morning, and you see what happened at church with the craziness. So I think every morning's got to be the first thing before you get up for breakfast. We gotta get some energy out. Hi, Finnegan. Lay down. The dog wants to get involved. But long story short, the weekend went pretty well. The kids were very active this weekend. We had them out and we did, a bunch of soccer practice. And Luke wanted to do his sprints and run around like a crazy man. They're actually at the park right now. It's really cold out here and windy, kind of rainy, overcast. So we buckled them up with hats and heavy coats and stuff like that. So they're going to get some energy out. I'll probably do a little workout tonight with them just to get them on par to be ready for the week. And I'll let you know how this meeting goes on the 28th. Him not qualifying for services is kind of like a smack in the face. Like, I thought for sure that, there would be some kind of help, at least for the teacher that, is dealing with this. I mean, whenever he's getting in that much trouble and it's a half classroom size, God, imagine if there was a full classroom and the staff is short or something like that. So we just really have to regulate everything with him and see what we can get to stick. But other than that, Leo had a great weekend. He has continued on that leadership role after that great game he had at soccer, and we gave him all the accolades. He's kind of taken it to a new level. It's really weird that you see him taking charge of his siblings in playtime and just saying, finding compromises. And it's weird that really wasn't. It was normally a battle for dominance, with the kids when they're playing, like who's leading the playtime and stuff like that. And he's been able to kind of morph after, reiterated how important it was to be a good teammate and everything like that, and how great he did do on Wednesday. It's like, holy hell! Like now he's carrying that over into just playing with Legos this morning, or playing with action figures, or even we took a trip to Pittsburgh yesterday, and in the car, we let them share the iPads and the little Nintendo Switch. And Luke was done playing the video games, and he wanted some iPad time to do some learning games and stuff. And my daughter wasn't giving up her iPad, and there was an argument, and everybody started going off. And Leo just said, "Hey, calm down, Luke. I'll trade with you. I could use a break." And like he just took charge. It's weird. It's really encouraging to see him take that next step. I mean, obviously we're renting this shit. It could be last for a week and go right back. One weird thing I did want to tell you guys is we're back to the sock debacle. I bought 12 new pairs of socks, and they are the double elastic type that I told you about, one over the arch and one at the ankle. And for whatever reason, it was almost like going back in time on that aspect. They feel weird. They just don't feel right. They feel weird. So I'm washing them and drying them, and a couple times, and let's see if I can weather them to where the other ones are. Maybe that's what it is. The change in weather and temperature, the change in the moisture in the air, certainly growth spurts come into effect. Just now you're wearing heavier clothes, you're wearing pants all the time, no shorts. Just that little shuck and jive. And we just went from 80 degrees like 2 days ago to like, a high of 50 and a low of 30 something. That has really hit him, and he's been able to cope with it thus far. But the sock thing really caught me off guard this morning. We were on our way out the door, and it was like, they feel weird. I'm like, I'll go get another pair. So literally, I grabbed all 12 pairs that I bought, and I'm going to run them through 2 or 3 times and see if that's effective. Sometimes I talked to one mom the other day that, like, we typically try to buy all his stuff secondhand, just for the fact that if I go out and buy a $30 shirt for my kid and he'll never wear it, I would just want to go crazy. So spending $3 on a shirt, or an Under Armour shirt for $5, I can deal with that loss rather than dropping $100 on clothes that he just simply won't wear because they feel weird. So that's another thing that we dealt with. But other than that, it was a great week. Looking forward to another great week. We're counting down the days till Disney, and Leo's birthday's coming up, so we're gonna do something special for him. If you have any questions, certainly put them in the comments section. Thanks again for subscribing and liking the page and following us, and we're gonna keep plugging away here. Thanks a lot, guys.